the optimism that I'm expressing is tempered by warnings from the American Association for the Advancement of Science, for example, the largest scientific society in the world, that we are nearing some tipping points that could make solutions more difficult. We just crossed one last month that's long been feared, and that is the irreversible collapse of West Antarctica, which means at least an extra 1 meter of sea level that's now irreversible. We've crossed another in northeastern Greenland. Now 100% of Greenland is destabilized. There are other tipping points, potentially the release of vast quantities of methane in the Arctic, but still there is this denial. And for example, in Florida, you know, the #1 city in the world vulnerable to sea level rise by population is Calcutta. But the #1 city vulnerable measured by assets at risk is Miami. And in Miami today, there are streets in Miami Beach where, absent any rainfall whatsoever, a high tide comes in and people are walking with the water up over their ankles in the sidewalks and in the streets. And you know, you have the governor and one of the senators there, straight up climate deniers. I just wonder, as they're sloshing through the water, are they saying, I don't notice anything, do you notice anything? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. And in Norfolk, Virginia, there was a story just a couple days ago about a realtor whose home was on the list for on the Outer Banks, where the this was the Outer Banks, not Norfolk. Of course, the largest naval base in the world is in Norfolk. It's going to be underwater also, so we'll all have to pony up for that one. But this person, her home was vulnerable, and so she went to work and gathered others to force a retraction of the scientific study from the state. It's as if, you know, we think that the laws of physics are subject to debate and amendment, and political contributions can sway the writing of the laws of physics. We really have to come to grips with this as soon as we possibly can in order to avoid these other tipping points and in order to minimize the amount of damage programmed into the climate system.
We have so little time, and I do want to cover a couple more subjects. What policies do we need to put in place, in your judgment, to accelerate our transition?
We need to put a price on carbon in markets, and in order to do it, we need to put a price on denial in politics.
Okay.
We need to stop subsidizing the dirty fuels that create dirty weather.